There we go. Let's make it tight so that they can't shake it off. No, yeah, we're good.
Well, we can still use this.
It's we have enough.
Yeah, sure. And I'll just put enough.
I did it with mine now. There we go. Classes like this that are like, you get to go outside, you're actually kind of doing research and coming up with conclusions rather than just sitting in a classroom and being lectured and told, like instead of telling us like, hey, climate change is affecting the trees and we write it down in our notebooks, like we come out here, study the trees, collect data, and then at the end of the year we write a report and tell him climate change is affecting the trees and here's how. And I think that's like much more memorable and impactful. No holes. Like a little bit full.
I remember tapping trees the first time I had like syrup out, tap from the tap. Even if there's just a little bit, so that way you can see daily. So it'd be interesting for all of you now that you're tasting like literal homemade syrup.
Because you're tapping trees, there's sort of an end goal. You have like a thing that you're doing. So I think that has kind of engaged students in a way that's different from usual indoor classrooms.
I don't know if I mentioned anywhere else, or Josh mentioned.
It's not very often that you get to take a class at the university where you actually engage with like the land here. And so I thought that was a really cool opportunity, and there's obviously a ton of connections to the research that I do. Our ancestors, like they always found ways to adapt and to change with the times, and so we're continuing that tradition.
Next year, if they tap higher up, I don't know.
That's what I feel like.
Why are you taking this class? You're doing my job for me. Thank you.
Did she ask?
I've had students that, have never done the sciences or even never thought about taking science courses because they felt, oh, this is hard. I had students that were, they told me that they were so excited about the class because it was the first time they got to do science, and they were always told that they weren't smart enough for science. And it's interesting is that almost every year I can guarantee there's always like a couple students that have been told by friends or family that they were not smart enough, and so this class shows that you can do it.
So, do you think that this is a raccoon or a squirrel?
Yeah.
That's raccoon.
So if it's a